Recently, you might have seen a video where a Christian preacher claimed that the Quran makes a mathematical mistake, specifically in the inheritance verses in Surah An-Nisa. He brings up the scenario of a man leaving behind 3 daughters, a mother, a father, and a wife, and argues that if you add up all the inheritance shares ordered by the verses, the total goes over 100%. The daughters combined take 2/3 of the inheritance. The parents, each one of them takes 1/6. And suddenly, 100% of the money is already gone before the wife gets a chance to get her cut. He says God doesn't make mathematical mistakes and claims that any book that has a simple addition mistake like this one cannot be from God. And of course, as usual, invites his audience to convert. You know what? I'm actually happy that he said that God doesn't make mathematical mistakes, because I will definitely hold him to that. But first, let me easily clear up this misconception. This was me shaking hands with my friend on an amazing idea that we had. We decided to partner up and open a restaurant together that only sells pizza with ketchup on it, just to annoy our Italian neighbors. We decided to split the cost and the profits 50-50. But something horrible happened. When the accountant was dividing the profit, he said, "You take 50%, your partner takes 50%, and the government will take 15%. I told him, "What? Are you crazy? If you add up 50 plus 50 plus 15, the total will be 115%. How come when you add all the percentages together, you get more than 100%? That's clearly a mistake. Are you really an accountant? How come you can't do simple math?" The accountant smiled and told me, "You don't just add percentages like you're counting oranges. This is maybe how a second grader would do it. The correct way is to first subtract the 15% taxes for the government, and then you and your partner split the remaining in half." I told him, "But this way my real share is not really 50%. It's actually 42.5%. I didn't agree to that. The accountant laughed and gave me this book, Accounting for Dummies. He said, "If you read it, you wouldn't have any problems in the future." I said, "Okay, fine, I will read it, but only because I want to keep putting ketchup on pizza to annoy my Italian neighbors." And this was the end of the story and the end of the misconception repeated by the preacher. Ask him this. Do you have any idea how many Muslim men and women have passed away over the last 1400 years? For centuries, billions of estates have been flawlessly distributed according to the Islamic Sharia law without a single hitch. When you were coming up with this innovative new way of adding up percentages, did you stop for a second and think about how all of those wealth distributions have already happened without any problems? Did you know that such incidents also happened during the lifetime of the companions of the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him? None of them calculated percentages the wrong way like you. Honestly, instead of inventing a new way to do math just to prove a point, you should just consult an accountant. And now let's focus on the important part. I promised that I will hold you to your statement. You said God doesn't make mathematical mistakes, right? And you said that a book that has such mistakes cannot be from God, right? Please don't take it back, because I completely agree with you. And this is why in a previous video I asked for a scholar to explain some specific Bible verses to me that were very, very confusing. Until this day, no one has. So how about you watch these parts with me and help me out? These verses presented a mathematical challenge for me, because every time I used my calculator to add 30 plus 1000 plus 29 plus 30 plus 410 plus 1000, I got 2499, while the verse here says that the total is 5400. That's a difference of 2901 items. I doubted my calculator because we all believe that God is all-knowing, and God wouldn't make a mathematical mistake, right? Please help me understand the verse. Because I found another mathematical challenge in the next chapter. The verse says that the total number of people returning from Babylon was 42,360. But when I added all the family members listed in the verses from 3 to 60, I got the total of only 29,818. Also in the book of Nehemiah, my calculator gave me a total of 29,818 people, but the verse says 42,360, and that's a big difference. I can't wait to hear your explanation because we agreed. God doesn't make mathematical mistakes, right? And guys, if you heard the same preacher asking about the inheritance law in Islam and asking how comes a boy receives double the inheritance of his sister, I explained it fully in this video. And if you want to watch the full video where I was asking about many verses in the Bible, you can click here to watch it. Links are also in the description. But first, support our da'wah by helping this video reach those who need it the most. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم.